The world was about to find out what happens when an entire nation is swept by madness.
We really need to get nerds back into game development. I mean, back then, back in the early 2000s, the 90s, all that sort, the nerds were the one that created video games. And now look at us. Look what's happening right now. We have game developers, game industry is now attacking critics who spoke out against them because video game in general is being attacked. You may disagree saying that it doesn't happen, but it actually is. Why do you think Gamergate 1 happened? Gamergate 1 because of video game journalists, okay? Back in the early 2000s, the journalists were genuine. They were good at their job. Now look at them now.
If you are in the mood to support your boy today, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you think you're already subscribed, make sure that you are, because YouTube is in one of those lulls again where it's acting weird. Yesterday, you couldn't even watch a video. And then like all of a sudden, like after weeks of being back in the algorithm, all of a sudden it's being weird. So anyway, make sure you hype the video if you're on mobile. Y'all remember Nick Calandra?
I remember.
Ran Nick Calandra right off the internet, at least for a little while. I mean, there was the whole debacle with, him being one of Alyssa McConaughey's bottom boys. He was running defense for her like nobody's business. Then Second Wind was collapsing because he was over there scamming and running all type of BS, right? Well, Nick Calandra is back. And all of a sudden, despite the fact that he said he was going to take a break away from the culture war to focus on him and his family, he's back. And he's talking smack again, except he's trying to do it covertly. But see, what these people don't realize is that you share an industry with people who do not believe what you believe. And while they may not be able to publicly speak about what it is they believe, because psychopaths like you are in the industry, they are lurking. They are lurking. And it's getting exposed. And this is why I stand on my belief.
I believe you heard the fan. Sorry about that. That really happens, okay? First and foremost, just a little bit of reminder. There will be some dead air within this video, okay? I don't know what's going on, but then again, this is original video. I would edit it out, but this is the original video, so I'll leave it as it is. Journalists back then, in the early 2000s, were credible, okay? Because they love gaming. And after 2014, the start of Gamergate, things changed. People no longer trust journalists anymore. Now, where they go? YouTubers. Also, again, like I said, I apologize if I have to let the video run way longer, because there are times where the creators sometimes either they rant, they have a temper tantrum, they yap, or even, what's the word? Oh yeah, they leave a dead air in the video. So keep that in mind.
Evil
like that one
that controls everything at the top. There's just people with agendas. And the only way you get screenshots like this is that there are people who are at the top who want you to know, or people within the mix that want you to know. So this post comes from Master of the TDS. Shout out to that boy.
Shout out to Master TDS.
Posted on LinkedIn urging game studios to take action against YouTubers and social media creators he claims are lying and hurting sales. Kim Belair liked the post.
You gotta be kidding, right? Really, Nick Calandra? Hurting sales? Back then, before the EA buyout, I said it before. Battlefield 6 was EA's last hope. If Battlefield 6 failed, they're done. And now you want people to go after YouTubers who spoke out? Are you that stupid? What, you think these YouTubers were the one that caused the game to what? Fail? Hey clown, moron, you idiots are the one that did it. I know, I'm probably gonna be like, oh no, it's Alex. Hey Nick Calandra, you clown, moron. How about, instead of attacking the audience, just make a good game? Look at Battlefield 6, it's succeeding. They have to contend with Call of Duty shills and streamers. That's another topic. I mean, seriously, all you have to do is make a good game. That's it.
Agrees with the sentiment. So here's what Nick Calandra had to say. Oh, that coward's back. I really wonder when these game studios are going to take action against these YouTubers and social media grifters making up lies about people working at their studios, their business dealings, sales data, etc. It's clearly affecting business, review bombing, harassment of developers, stalking campaigns.
No, it's not harassment.
It's not contained.
Criticism is not harassment.
And we all know it. Oh.
What more do you want from me?
That's what the studios are saying. What more do you want from me? The reality is that these people that you are claiming are harassing you, some of them have a fucking point. And if we're going to take anybody to court, because that's what I'm assuming you're talking about, you want them to what? Take us to court and sue us for defamation? I don't understand. Like, what is that what you're saying? Because, like, what, you trying to put a hit out on your boy or something like that? I doubt that's the case.
Okay, the real question is, how are you going to sue someone, or I don't know, who somehow is a YouTuber, or in this case, a lawyer? Remember, Legal Mindset is a lawyer too. And there's also Ron Coleman. I don't know if Ron Coleman has a YouTube channel or a Twitter. I know he's a lawyer. So tell me something, what's gonna happen if you suddenly sue a YouTuber who turns out to be, I don't know, a lawyer or a judge? How are you gonna do that?
You have no case. Because if you're gonna prove one person wrong, you gotta prove us all wrong.
That's
and
right.
That's the thing that I've said a great many of times. If it is true that we're just saying a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of made up bullshit, and it's financially affecting you, then you should use your resources to come prove us wrong. Same thing with Sugar Bear. Sugar Bear Adams talks like he's so up here, despite the fact
Khalif
that
Adams
10 people to watch
or
Spawn.
Booty Adams.
He's so up here. He's so connected with so many people. I just know how the industry works. I just know it more than you.
I don't believe him.
You ain't did or said
I don't
nothing
believe
to
Khalif
prove
Adams.
anything wrong over here. It's like, trust me, bro. Okay. How about not? You get what I'm saying? How about not? All right. I mean, it's not gonna happen. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen. It could happen, I suppose, but it ain't happening. The simple fact of the matter is that what y'all can't seem to grasp it. This is what I think is going on. I think the people who are really in tune with what's happening financially at these studios understand that they've hired a bunch of people that just don't know how the real world works.
Incompetent.
I mean, social media grifters. All we doing is talking about stuff like take the Ghost of Yote situation for.
Okay, before we let that continue, look, you can't hire anybody, regardless of their skin color or anything, but the real question you have to ask yourself this, as a company CEO or anything, can these new hires do the job? That's the real question. Can they do the job? Again, like I said, I apologize for letting the clip go way longer because you know how it is. People like to leave out dead airs. Well, it's not likely it's a longer one. There are times where it's shorter. The question is, can these new hires do the job, okay? If I were a game company, I will ask the new hires, what can you do? Do you have experience? That's the real question. Or in this case, can you do the job that you are assigned to? That's the real question you have to ask yourself. If you don't have experience, and then why are you there in the first place?
I've tried to play coy. All right, a lot of people are saying, well, the game can't have sold well, or they would have said it sold well. And I've been like playing it coy. Like, I don't know. They're possibly waiting for it to bubble up to a point, and then they're going to announce the sales. And everybody's going to be like, see, the grifters were wrong. Take that, chuds. But here we are.
Wait and see.
Nigga, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
And we got no sales figures. Meanwhile,
I haven't heard anything.
Battlefield 6 has already made it clear they've sold 7 million copies.
Congratulations, Battlefield 6.
Tomorrow's Friday. We'll see what the sales look like. I mean, you know, if they announce any more sales. But basically, we already got, you know, somewhat official numbers for Battlefield. We'll have to see what EA says.
Yeah.
Because the numbers that we got was actually from, I forgot the name of that website. But I don't know if they're official. So we have to, but the point is they're not disputing it.
Correction,
So,
they not.
You have the info to dunk on the chuds, but you won't. Why? Because the simple fact of the matter is, even if only 5% of the things that YouTubers are saying is true, you have to go to court and prove that all of it is false. And that's something that I have a striking suspicion that you don't have the ability to do. And you also need to consider the possibility, Mr. Calandra, that the higher ups in the industry just don't like you motherfuckers. They regret hiring you motherfuckers.
Yep.
Maybe
it's a bad idea to hire
corporate America lies all the time.
activists.
Like, oh yeah, we're definitely not going to fire you. 2 weeks later, you're fired.
Huh.
So they're probably lying to you like, oh yeah, we're totally on your side. I mean, think about it, right? Like, if you
Bye.
just extrapolate what's going on to the industry to what happened in the film industry. The actors went on strike. Nobody could work because I'm sorry, not the actors. The writers went on strike. Nobody in the industry is able to work because the writers went on strike. These entitled, sorry motherfuckers who have been delivering some of the worst content in Hollywood in history, and they had the audacity to go on strike talking about.
And just a little reminder, these Hollywood idiots, they're gonna go after YouTubers. They want YouTubers because they want to control it. I hope YouTube is smart enough not to let it happen. But then again, this is YouTube we're talking about. They always have a way to screw creators up. But who am I kidding? I mean, seriously, do you really have to go on strike just because you're not doing your job or anything? If you don't get paid, well, that's another story. But why are you creating the worst product and go on strike after that? No, seriously, why? Seriously, I would say we really need to get nerds back into video game development.
We want guarantees, no AI. Huh? Meanwhile, photographers, cinematographers, video analysts, lighting specialists, set specialists, costume specialists, or whatever they're called, design specialists. All of these people who work in this industry can't work, can't earn anything for their families because the motherfuckers who's delivering the worst content in Hollywood think they deserve more. How do you know that the higher ups in the video game industry don't feel that way about you? And Kim Belair, right? Of course she likes it, but it ain't gonna happen. Alyssa Mercante's been calling for the same thing for the last 2 years, and nobody has come to her defense. Why? Because these motherfuckers don't really like you.
Hell yeah.
And nobody's willing to mess up their situation for you, because at the end of the day, there are people in the industry who realize we pay your bills, bitch.
That's right.
And if think about it like this, Asmongold has like a million people watching him on any given video, and most of the gamers, it seems like, at the very least, have the same line of thinking that Asmongold thinks. So all it takes is for Asmongold to make one little video roasting your game, and your sales are out the window.
First off, good video from Atreus. You ask yourself that, why did the developer from Take Us North scrub all of her social media? Think about that. Back then, we really had nerds in video game development. Games such as what? Mass Effect, Dragon Age Origin. I think, what's the first Dragon Age? Anybody knows? Back then, those were the best, okay? Because of nerds back then, they know how to do everything. They know how to develop a game, all that sorts. But when video game became mainstream, now there are pros and cons to it, okay? The pros is that, well, the money, it comes off. That's what you need, the money. But also, the cons is you got a lot of bad actors, like Kim Belair, for example. And before you know it, the nerds get pushed out. We really need to get nerds back into gaming, because these nerds were the one that understand how to develop a game. Now, currently, we rely games such as Hollow Knight Silksong, Expedition 33, Black Myth Wukong. I mean, I can list off many examples. And until the next new game, such as either GTA 6 or Resident Evil 9, many gamers will go back to old games. It's just how it is. I mean, why do you think there's so many remakes and remasters?
In direct violation of the Treaty of Versailles, Germany spent the 1930s rebuilding their military into a massive fighting force that Hitler planned to use in his conquest of Europe. In response, the French government poured their resources into the Maginot Line, a massive self-contained fortification that ran the entire length of their eastern border. Unfortunately, the Maginot Line turned out to be one of the greatest miscalculations of modern military history. Germany's Luftwaffe simply flew over it. France's formal surrender was finalized in just a matter of weeks.
Absolute cinema.